Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look into a palette, and this is the new one that she released. Now this time she did release it into two of them, a light one and a darker one, and this I chose the darker one. I've tried these before. I have this one. Oh, so many fingerprints. This is the last one that I purchased, which is the Stone Rose one. And this was so pretty. She released this one twice because the first time that I went to go purchase it, it was sold out by the time I got around to it. And this is lovely. It's very pretty, but it's very, very neutral and very light. So I think that for those of us that would have, you know, darker skin tone, this really probably would not work very well for you because it is light. So this one is I chose a dark one because I thought the colors, I liked them more. It would show up more. Now the only thing that I would not be able to use as it's intended to do is the highlighter, which is this one right here. But that's fine because I'll use it as an eyeshadow. I think it's a beautiful shade. So it brings a face powder, a bronzer, a blush, a highlighter, and then 3 eyeshadows. But you can use anything on your eyes. So I set my concealer with a powder today. Now I didn't use it as a powder because, to tell you the truth, when I just picked something up before I even, so I'm going to put a little bit of it now. Before I even realized that that was the powder, I thought for some reason that that was going to be the highlighter. But it's very nice. I love her powder, so that's not an issue. I've tried her powders before. I would assume this is the same quality as her her compact. So this is my cup for the day. Coffee and mascara, and my friend Debbie No Block sent this to me a little while back. So I love my mascara, my mug. And it does have little eyelashes, so it's super cute. And it almost looks like it would be one of those, you know, like those tin mugs, but no, it's glass, it's ceramic. So lucky me, my husband and I, more lucky us, we both came down with a cold. I think our 10-year-old grandson gave it to us because he had it last week and he spent the night. He spent a lot of time with us last week, so I think he gave it to us. So far, it's just like a head cold, and I have a boo-boo here on my nose from blowing my nose because it was really bad the last 2 days. Today, I seem to be a little better, so I'm hoping that I'm getting away from it. I don't need anything right now to, you know, really go away. So I'm going to start out with this one here, which is number 3, which is a smoke, but I mean, I don't really go by what these things say. So I'm going to put this on my outer V, and I'm using my BK Beauty brushes, which are amazing. I think this is such a pretty palette. It is very pricey. Is it worth the money? I don't know. When I purchased it, I think she was having a 15% off sale. And I did have a Visa gift card. So I usually tell my family, especially now that I'm retired, that anytime they need to get me a gift for Mother's Day, birthday, whatever, making gift cards. It makes it easier on them because they always say they don't know what to get me because, you know, I get whatever I want. So this makes it easier on them and it makes me happy. So that is a very pigmented and nice shade, which I like. Because sometimes I feel like Charlotte Tilbury, her shadows are very nice, but sometimes you really have to build them up. And with this one, I don't think that's the case. It's quite pigmented and really you don't have to work very hard to build them up. So guys, for you, those of you that follow Pamela, Granny's Makeup and Boxes, she has not been on YouTube because she has been having a lot of problems with her back. So she hasn't been feeling well. We talk on the phone and we do text back and forth. I check on her to see how she's doing. But she's been missing for a couple of weeks. And I had noticed the other day, last week I noticed she had been missing. So I reached out to her, and she's not feeling well. She's been having a lot of problems with her back. And then when she takes her medication, she says that she doesn't feel like filming. So she's supposed to be getting an injection later this month, or like mid-month. And hopefully she'll be back with us soon. I miss her. I miss seeing her on YouTube. I miss her unboxings. I miss visiting her happy place. And if you guys have not checked her out, you need to. She is the sweetest. I consider her a good friend. And yeah, I just really, 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 really love her. All right, so I think I'm going to use next this one in the center of my lid. This is more like a topper. Yeah, that's a topper. So we're not going to do that. So see, on a palette like this, that you only have really 3 shadows, because I know you can use everything else on your eyes, but these are the 3 shadows. There shouldn't be a topper. I think all 3 shadows should be pigmented, and you should be able to incorporate in your look. So right there, this is the first time I use this. Right there, I just don't think that's right. If you're going to give me 3 shadows, how can you give me one of them as a topper? So I'm using this one right here, which is very pretty. And that one just says, what does it say? Brighten. And the other one says, I can't read it. Hold on. The one that is a topper. Well, I kind of smushed the words, so I don't know what it says. So I am going to use it as a topper, but I still don't think that that should be a topper. I think it should be a regular shadow. What do I know? This one is very pretty. I'm going to take the first brush that I use on the darker shade. Did I get a shadow up there? No. And just kind of blend around it. I want to take a clean brush and just blend. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I'm going to take the topper and put it in the center of my lid. See, it's very pretty, but I just don't think that a topper should be included in basically a 3 eyeshadow pan. I know that's coming across. It's just really the sparkly, the beautiful bronzy color in that shadow is not even showing. So I'm going to take the little smudger brush, and I'm going to take what is supposed to be the highlighter and put it over here on the inner, which is not much different than the highlighter, than this one right here. I can't even talk, it's too early. Whenever I do videos and I haven't consumed an entire cup of coffee, my brain is not quite working. Oh, I just got shadow on my nose. Okay, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go into the darker brown that I used on my outer V and just apply a little bit of this here. I'm going to take the same brush that I use in my outer V. I'm going to take a little bit of the bronzer. Take a little bit of that reddish out. Okay, I have a pencil from, this is a cream shadow from Mally, and it's like a bronzy, I'll show you, a bronzy color. So I'm going to use it to line, and also my waterline. I have a pencil from Sigma. This is a black eyeliner, and I'm just going to tightline. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to use the rest of the products on my face now. So I'm going to be taking this brush, which is an Eco Tools, and I really love this for bronzer. And I'm going to bronze my face a little bit. The bronzer is very pigmented, so it's nice. The topper is pretty. I just don't think that I really needed that as a, I don't know. And they could have even taken this. I know it's supposed to be a complete face and a palette, but I would have much rather them taking this out and giving us like a bigger blush and maybe 2 shades of highlighter. It would have been easier to use the blush that way. So I'm going to take the BK Beauty 104, and I'm going to go into the blush right now. Oh, this is super pigmented, so we will go on very, very lightly. It's pretty, but wow, it's big. Well, I have to remember also, this is the darker one, so it would have to be more pigmented, so that if you have a, you know, a deeper skin tone, it will work for you. Very pretty. Okay, now for highlighter, I am not going to use this highlighter. So I'm going to use my Buxom, and this is the Wanderlust in White Russian. And I'm just going to use this e.l.f. brush for it. This has like a little bit of a pink undertone. It's very pretty. Very natural looking. I think it's very mature skin friendly. Okay, now I'm going to take the, I'm going to kind of wipe the little smudger brush. Wipe it really good. I'm going to take a little bit of the highlighter and just place it right here. And put a little bit on my brow bone. All right, I am going to put on some mascara, and I'll be right back. So the mascara that I use is the Urban Decay Lash Freak. This is a very nice mascara. It leaves you really pretty lashes. However, it's a very, very wet mascara, and it's easy to get it on your face. I did get some here, and some down here, and I fixed it. And it is also very painful if you poke your eye with it, which I managed to do that today also. Not bad. I just barely got it in there, but look at the, I'll show you the brush. The brush, it is so strange. And it's easy to get a lot of product on your lashes, but it does have a side that kind of combs through it. So there's like a learning curve for your mascara. There shouldn't be a learning curve for mascara, right? Okay. So the lipstick that I'm wearing, and I've been wearing that since we started the video, it is a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I'm using, the lipstick is in the shade Very Victoria, which is a beautiful nude that has like a little bit of pink in it, like kind of like a brown with a little bit of pink. It looks very pretty. I did bring also a lip gloss to apply at the end of my look, so we're going to do that now. This is also a Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss. Let me wipe this so that I don't get that dark color in there, even though it's a matte lipstick, so it really doesn't transfer that much, and it's so pretty. Look at the packaging, how pretty it is. And this is in the shade Peachy Plump. And it is supposed to be a plumping lip gloss. I could smell the peppermint very lightly. I don't feel any kind of tingling, but I guess it is supposed to be plumping, but I've used it before and I never really felt like any kind of tingling or sensation on my lips. But it does kind of smooth them out so that matte lipstick, sometimes you can see all the lines on your lips, and this kind of takes care of that. So what do I feel about this palette? I think it's a pretty palette. I already have fallout from the topper, which is the only thing that gave me fallout, but I do have like glitter specks under my eyes. It's a beautiful palette. I'm not gonna deny that it's not a beautiful palette. I still don't think that this should have been a topper. I think this should have been a regular eyeshadow. For the price and the limited, number of shadows that are in here, I think this should have been an eyeshadow. I think you can create multiple looks for it, because you can use the pink and you can use, the matte bronzer, and even the face powder. You can use that on your eyes. So it is beautiful. I'm not going to take that away from it. Is it worth the money? No. And I think that if I had to do it again, I will probably skip it. The Milani version of this are also beautiful for a fraction of the price. So, I'm not regretting having it, but if I lost it, if it broke, if it was stolen, I would not repurchase. It's not one of those things that I would repurchase. So I will list everything else that I am wearing on my face today in case you guys are interested. And a lot of it is drugstore. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Tell me what you think about the palette. I love you, and I will see you on my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.